Hey, this is Russ. It is now the 19th, which means time for a knee update. Yeah. September 19th, 2019. That was the date of my knee replacement. So you're seeing this on April 19th, 2021. So that makes it 19 months to the date. Now, here's the interesting thing, okay? 19, 19, and 19s. Yeah, so this should be an important one, right? So let me tell you a couple of things that have happened since that time. Now, you all know that I've been riding my bike, my new e-bike, right? All right, let me update you with this one first, and then I'll hit you up with all the fun knee updates, okay? So I was out there today riding my bike, and of course, it's a busy day today. All right, there's a lot of people out there. Weather's not too bad, so people were out there. A lot of walkers, a lot of bike riders, a lot of rollerbladers, runners. Everybody was out there. So it was fun to go past all of them. As they're going up hills, they can't match my speed. Yeah, I can do 15, 16 miles an hour up the hills. And on a straightaway, 20 miles or more, right, per hour. So yeah, they can't catch up to me. And you know, interestingly, I took my scooter there. I think either the first or the second video that I made about knee replacement. I had mentioned that I was going to come back on this bike trail in order to ride my bike. Now, I didn't think it was going to take 18 and a half months. It's now 19 months now. 18 and a half months to do that. I thought, from what the doctor was telling me, in about 3-4 months or so, I should be back to normal. I was going to do my second knee. So that would be back to normal a couple months after that. I would figure about 7 or 8 months, I should be able to get out on the bike trail. No, it didn't happen. 7 or 8 months turned into 18 and a half months before I finally was able to do it. But I had to do it with an e-bike. I couldn't do it with my standard mountain bike. I wouldn't have the strength to do it, quite frankly. So, yeah, so I was able to fulfill the one thing that I said I was going to try to do after my knee replacement, okay? Another milestone for me is today is the day that I actually asked Jazz for permission to return that unit back to them. Yeah, so my Flexion unit is going back. I am done with the unit, I think. I didn't wear the Jazz unit for several weeks. I don't know, maybe it could have been 3 or 4 weeks even. And I did it purposely just to see, would my knee revert backwards? And after doing some measurements on my own, it has not reverted back, all right? So I'm still at 120, and this is not under hard pushing. This is just like, okay, bend back and then kind of lean down on my leg to see if it bends a little bit. So I'm not screaming or anything like that. And I'm hitting 120. So thank you so much for Joint Active Systems for helping me. And I can't say enough about all the things that they've done to help me through. Because I started at 104. I had reverted back to 104. We're back at 120 now. I've remained at 120 even without the use of the unit, which means after having it on for so long, it's pretty much staying at 120. Okay. So how's the extension? The extension, I am at 2 to 3 degrees. Now we started out at 10 degrees when Jazz started helping me again. It went down to 5, and now it's down to 2 to 3. Okay, so let me show you a photo of my knee. All right, now I do this all the time, and if you take a look at this knee, it looks exactly like last month's knee, which looked exactly like the knee before that. Okay, there's no changes happening. Although I do notice that the darkness where the bloodline seems to be, I'm assuming that's blood, is a little bit lighter, but it's still there. Okay, so maybe in time that thing will go down. I don't know. So here's what I'm going to do. Going forward with the next few months, unless this knee changes anything at all, I'm not going to put the knee photos up here. Because really, it is exactly the same thing. Here, all right, here, let me show you a comparison of this month's knee versus last month's knee. Now, you may say, oh, how come it's bigger? Again, it's from maybe slight magnification from the zooming in and zooming out and standing maybe not exactly at the same spot, you know, that type of thing. But if you look at it, it is the same thing. Nothing has changed, okay? So what else? Other things to tell you. Well, Yeah, the joint active systems thing is going back. I am actively riding on the bike. Since I bought the bike and got it last week, I've put on 88 miles on that bike already. Okay. And just yesterday, I did 20 miles in itself. So I could do more, actually. If I just wanted to stay out and do it, I could actually do more than that. I think the bike, based on my weight and based on all the stuff I carry on the bike, because I have emergency kit in there. I have everything from, to fix a tire if it's flat to almost anything you can think of, anything that could possibly happen to me while I'm out on the trail. I'm carrying that stuff with me, so it adds up into weight. So I'm at probably the maximum limit of this bike with everything on there. So I think I can do about 25 miles on that bike before the battery would just give out on it. Okay. And now for a lighter weight guy, they claim 25 to 40 miles that you can do. Yeah. So I think I can do 25. I did 20 yesterday, and I still had battery power left to be able to do it. So I'm pretty confident of that. Interestingly enough, one of my my viewers said that she's going to save up and try to save for an e-bike. Okay, maybe the rest of you guys might want to do that down the road too. I'll throw some things there for you so that you can see what I'm doing. But quite frankly, I'm going past everybody else. I'm speeding past everybody. They can't catch me. Kind of nice to be able to feel like you can do faster than they can. But yeah, you got to be careful on those things. All right. Don't go too quick. All right. I say that as I go real fast. All right. Anything else about the knee? All right. Let's talk about the knee because today is knee review day. Okay. Let's talk about the right knee, the other knee. Okay. How is that doing? I do feel the right knee is giving some problems sometimes, but it hasn't been giving me any problems since I've been riding the bike. So I think it only happens when there's weight on it. Because, when you're on a bike, you're sitting on it, right? And so when you're pedaling up and down, that's not putting weight on it. I think the bike keeps my legs moving. That's the main thing. Okay, one of our other viewers, John, he asked me about, is it hard to ride on it and things? And I told him this. I said, I think I actually get more exercise on my recumbent bike at home. Even though I did 20 miles, okay? That's because you're coasting, and when you do one rotation, you're moving really fast. There's a lot of distance traveled for that one rotation. And because there's a motor on that thing, it's not hard pedaling. Even if I go up a hill, it's not hard pedaling because the motor assist helps you get up that hill, okay? So the recumbent bike and the stationary bikes probably give you more exercise than the actual bike. So it's easy. But I think what I'm getting out of this is I'm getting constant movement. I'm getting rotation. I remember thinking back as I was writing that I couldn't even do a full rotation, one rotation at physical therapy. I remember that day when he says, get on the bike and rotate. I couldn't even do it. And it took so long just to get that first rotation. I know that you guys know this because you've probably done this as well, right? And just to get the one full total rotation. Now think about what I'm doing. I'm actually going way past that. I'm on the trail. I'm going past everybody. I'm a speed demon down that trail. And I'm not aching. I'm not hurting. I did 20 miles. I didn't even really feel it, all right? So if you want to get out and do things, yeah, the e-bike would make you do that. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt from that. Oh, okay. If you fall, you're gonna hurt. Don't fall. All right. Buy the step-through versions. Don't buy what I did. I bought the one with the top bar on top of there. They call that the high step version, the Rad Rover High Step. Get the step-through versions of these bikes. Okay, it'll make it easier. Getting on and off is the hard part, really. I mean, riding is not the problem, but you got to swing your leg over the top of that seat, and the seat is taller than the top bar. Okay. So anyways, what else about the knee? As I go up and down stairs, I still am kind of slow. Yeah. I mean, I can go up and down the stairs, but I feel it quite a bit going up and down the stairs. So that has not improved. The walking is still relatively slow. Okay. Although I'm keeping up with people at Costco. I mentioned that before. You know, if I have a shopping cart with me and I'm rolling that and I'm walking along, I can go pretty much at the pace of what most of the shoppers are going. But without it on my own, no. I'm not using the cane, okay? I have the cane at home only just to go up and down the stairs. And so walking around the house, I'm not using the cane. Even going to shopping and at Costco, I am not using the cane. I bring it with me. I leave it in the car. It's my just in case I need it for something. It's there for me, okay? But I don't use it to get in and out of the store. I don't use it while I'm at the stores or anything like that. So overall, I would say I'm doing better, but still not active enough to be able to say I'm back to normal, right? And I mentioned before on the last videos that there's really no real pain involved. There's stiffness. There's, if I move it, I can feel it and all that. But, it's not like you're screaming out in pain. Not that kind of pain. It's nuisance pain, right? It's things that just kind of bothers you, that the fact that, your knee doesn't, you shouldn't even feel any of it, right? You should just be able to move it and it should be fine. Well, that doesn't do that. I feel it, okay? And the knee is still warm. I mentioned that before too, which tells you that it's still got an issue. It's still healing or something, okay? The clicking, which is, it's not really clicking. It's kind of like, you hear this little crunching type of sounds. I've not noticed that as much in the last couple of weeks. So it did it before. I don't know why it's not doing it now, but on occasion, if I move it, I do hear it, but it's not as much now. So I don't know what's changed there. Anyways, I think that's really about it. So going forward, what are we going to do? Well, I'm still going to give you a monthly update, and sometimes I throw other things before the monthly update like I did last time. I don't think I'll put a photo of the knee up there again unless something's changed drastically that you can notice it, because I think my knee is pretty much going to stay looking like that. It hasn't changed much in the last few months, so I think it's pretty much the way it is what the way it is going to be, okay? And the right knee won't happen unless something drastically happens that forces me to do the right knee, all right? Again, I'm trying to hold off on that. I really don't want to do it if I can avoid doing it, all right? So maybe one day I'll have no choice, but I'm just glad to get outside. I'm glad to be able to do things. I know some of you watch my biking videos. Most of you don't, okay? I kind of wish that you would. But, the last ones have been just about me riding. You can watch me riding. That's kind of boring after a while. I may talk about other things, but how that's actually helping my rehab, really. I think it really is improving my ability to move my leg. And in time, hopefully, will help lose some weight. Maybe lower the blood pressure a little bit because, high blood pressure comes from inactivity. And so hopefully this gives me a little more activity. But like I said, just doing the recumbent bike at home gives me actually more of a workout than riding the e-bike. The e-bike's just kind of fun. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will update you guys next time.